Hello dear viewers and welcome to T-World. Kindly hit the subscribe button and we will be on our way. In today's news, on discovering that Vice President Mike Pence had been safeguarded from a horde reciting "Hang Mike Pence," President Donald Trump reportedly commented that Pence ought to have been hanged, all things considered. Somewhere around 2 observers informed the J6 Council regarding this trade. As per the Times, we don't have the foggiest idea how Trump conveyed that line. Yet even jokingly, such it bespeaks extraordinary annoyance toward Pence. This comment additionally reinforces the supposition that Trump expected for the J6 horde to pressure Pence. As we will see, the horde was only the most emotional piece of a lengthy mission by Trump and his partners to pressure Pence into accomplishing something they all knew was unlawful. Prior that day, Trump had sixed the crowd on the Capitol with a blazing discourse where he urged Pence to take the political race. He then, at that point, withdrew to the White House to merrily watch the mayhem work out on TV as the agitators rampaged through the structure. Trump tweeted, "Mike Pence didn't dare to do how ought to have been safeguarded our country and our Constitution," while Trump was not interested in Pence's well-being. There's no proof that the president in a real sense expected for the crowd to kill him. Every one of the many-sided plots that Trump incubated with his attorney John Eastman relied upon Pence staying alive and agreeable. Yet, Pence had challenged Trump, recorded as a hard copy, putting out an announcement disavowing the Eastman's maniac legitimate reasons and swearing to count the votes in a way steady with our Constitution, regulations, and history. A long time before the rebellion, Trump, Eastman, and their partners pursued an unpleasant public and confidential tension mission to persuade Pence to take the political race during the joint meeting of Congress. From the get-go, they encouraged Pence to decline to count appointive decisions in favor of Biden. Pence dismissed that thought without a second thought on grounds that it was unlawful. Eastman then, at that point, changed gears, encouraging Pence to defer the confirmation for 10 days. Pence's legal counselor dismissed the defer technique as unlawful, and Eastman yielded the point. In an email trade acquired by the J6 Council, Eastman blamed Pence's attorney for being little-leaning and adhering to minor procedural rules when the Constitution is being destroyed. Eastman expressly asked Pence to violate the law, contending that it would be the statesmanlike thing to do. The delay Eastman was plotting for was apparently to permit lawmakers to explore Trump's false claims of electoral misrepresentation. However, this was a fig leaf for his phony voters trick. Eastman went through weeks pursuing Republican state officials with a crazy pseudo-legitimate hypothesis that state governing bodies have outright ability to retroactively abrogate any official political decision result they could do without and handpick their own balloters. That is what that large number of phony GOP voters were for. On January 5th, Eastman enthusiastically educated Pence's legal counselor regarding an immense new turn of events, guaranteeing that the GOP-controlled state lawmaking body would most likely recertify its voters on the off chance that Pence halted the certificate. Trump defenders will attempt to play off the previous president's ridiculous wish that Pence had been hanged as a simple joke. However, we as a whole realize Trump excessively well to trust that. Trump acts out and implies, however he doesn't joke. Turncoat Trump helper Michael Cohen once said that his supervisor misses the mark on funny bone. He doesn't giggle, he doesn't make quips, he doesn't have a comical inclination. He implies it when he says it. He made sense of. Trump camouflages mysterious ideas as jokes with the goal that he doesn't need to assume a sense of ownership with providing a request. Jokes are what could be compared to vanishing ink for him. He transmits his desires and his subordinates sort out some way to execute his longing. Trump transparently requested Russia's obstruction in the 2016 official political decision with his famous Russia, assuming you're tuning in, supplication to hack Clinton's messages. It's improbable that Trump was being strict when he said he wished Pence had been hanged. However, his sharpness over Pence foiling the upset was destructive, not kidding. This remark reveals insight into Trump's expectations for the January 6th rebellion and might actually try and support criminal charges against him.
If you made it to the end of the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. It helps the channel.